Hey, my friend Stephen Brooks here, and I teach traders who have $25,000 or more in their trading accounts how to generate a very reliable salary, trading as much as 2 hours a day, as little as 5 minutes a week. Plus, we also have an AI trading bot that does a lot of the heavy lifting for us. Now, on this channel, I talk more about the mental side of trading as opposed to the physically clicking the buttons at the right time. The reason why is because there are many trades on this channel that work very, very well. There are many trades that you can find on YouTube that work very well. You can do a Google search for profitable trading strategy, and my guess is you can find a good number that actually work. The problem is the first goal that a trader has is always wrong, right? Traders trade. You trade your account for one of three reasons. Number one, because you want to have more money in retirement. Number two, because you want to make enough money from trading to the point where you can quit your day job. Or number three, because you want extra income. Those are the three reasons why you trade. All of those have to do with money. So when you come into trading, your goal, and this is not the right one, but your goal is to make money today, to make money tomorrow, to make money the next day. Because, well, hell, if I can make $10,000 to $20,000 this month and I could do it the next 3 months in a row, I will be able to quit my job. So I understand that. The problem is your goal of making money right now is something that you don't have control over. So you're going to be measuring your success or your failure or your lack of success or your lack of failure based on something you don't have control over at all. In fact, you have 0% control over that. Does that make a lot of sense, especially if you are not at the level where you are consistently profitable? Now, what do I call consistently profitable really, really quick? I would say you make money 3 out of every 4 weeks and 5 out of every 6 months. That is a conservative definition of successful. My Inner Circle program, we have 90% of the students make money every single week. But for a conservative kind of definition of what consistency is when it comes to trading, 3 out of every 4 weeks you've made money, 5 out of every 6 months you've made money. Now, again, I work with a lot of people that do a lot better than that, but that's probably a conservative definition of consistent. If you are not getting that conservative definition of consistent, your goal needs to be something that is not only measurable, but that you have control over. And I'm going to say it right now. You're not going to like it, but you need to hear it. If you are not consistent to the point where you're making money 3 out of every 4 weeks or 5 out of every 6 months, your first goal as a trader needs to be that whatever strategy you're following, that you understand it so well and that you have mastered it so well that you could teach it to somebody who has never traded before. Now, what is that going to do? That's going to take your focus off of the dollars and cents and redirect your focus onto mastering the strategy. Far too many traders who show up, they try to make money today, and then they're gone by tomorrow. They've not even come close to mastering the actual strategy or the system or the framework that they're trying to follow and learn and execute on and make money from. So if you're not consistent, your goal needs to be to understand the strategy so well, that you could turn around and teach it to somebody who has never even traded before. Now, why do I kind of have that as a first goal? Well, number one, it's measurable. You can measure if you could teach it to somebody and they can understand it and they can regurgitate it back to you at the level that you know it. Number two, what that's going to do is that's going to take your focus away from making money immediately, making money right now, to understanding a strategy. If you go through this type of exercise, many of you, even if you have years of experience, decades of experience, if you actually shift your focus from making money right now today to, I really got to learn this thing to the point where I could turn around and teach it to somebody else, I promise you, there are going to be questions that you have about the strategy that you never thought about before. There are going to be findings that you have about the strategy that you never thought about before. Those are the very, very, very small and incremental improvements and adjustments that will make giant leaps forward and ultimately your success. So again, this is not meant to be a very long video, but the reality of the situation is this. The average member of my Inner Circle program makes $4,000 a week. Not a month, a week. I'm shooting this video on March 28th. We have now gone since July of 2023 without the average member of the group having a red week. Right, so the last time the average member of the group lost in a given week was July of 2023. So we're talking about 7-8 months in a row of every single week the group on average has made money. What I can promise you is the methods that we do in that program, every single student in that program could turn around and teach it to somebody else. They have mastered it. They understand the actual systems and the actual strategies and the actual frameworks. If you are not, and thus they get consistent results. So again, to wrap this up, if you are not getting consistent results, making money 3 out of every 4 weeks, 5 out of every 6 months, if that is not you, then your goal needs to shift from making money right now or the world's going to end to understanding whatever it is that you're doing so well and master it so well to the point where you could turn around and teach it to somebody else. What that is going to do is that is not only going to allow you to focus on something that is measurable and something that you have control over, but it's also going to fill in all of the small, very small gaps of your lack of mastery of the strategy that are going to end up on the other side of you, given the result you want, which is consistent and predictable income. I'll see you in the next video.